Have you ever wondered what would happen if, in the middle of a road trip, you stumbled upon a town that doesn't appear on any maps? Imagine the scene. A group of friends, filled with energy and excitement for the arrival of the new year, decides to embark on an adventure. The music blares at full volume as they drive down deserted roads, laughing and sharing stories. However, their fun is abruptly interrupted when an unexpected detour leads them to a ghost town, a place that seems to have been forgotten by time. As they enter, a strange feeling of unease washes over them. The houses are in ruins, covered in ivy and dust, and the air is thick with an overwhelming silence that seems to scream untold stories. As they explore, they begin to notice disturbing details. Shadows moving at the edge of their vision and echoes of distant laughter floating on the wind. Unbeknownst to them, they have crossed the threshold into a world where the living and the dead coexist in unimaginable ways. The group consists of 5 friends: Daniel, the charismatic leader; Sarah, the dreamer; Javier, the skeptic; Luisa, the adventurous one; and Marco, the joker who tries to keep the mood light. As they delve deeper into the town, their laughter gradually fades, replaced by murmurs of curiosity and a growing sense of dread. The streets are deserted, and the windows of the houses seem to watch them with empty eyes. In one corner, they find an old central square adorned with flickering lights that appear to have been on for decades. It's as if time has stopped there. As they walk through the deserted streets, the friends encounter what seems to be a celebration suspended in time. The lights flicker faintly, and melancholic music drifts through the air. However, they soon realize that they are not alone. The town's inhabitants are spirits trapped in an eternal cycle, condemned to relive their last night on Earth. Every corner of the town tells a tragic story. Every shadow hides a dark secret. Daniel tries to maintain calm. His voice resonates in the air as he says, "Let's investigate this together." However, his words fail to dissipate the palpable tension. While exploring further, Sarah feels an inexplicable connection to the place. She begins to recall fragments of the town's history, a New Year's Eve celebration that ended in tragedy. Images flash in her mind of fireworks lighting up the night sky and laughter filling the air. But those images are quickly replaced by dark visions, muffled screams and dancing shadows amid flames. As her friends struggle to find an exit, Sarah is drawn toward the center of town where she discovers an ancient clock that marks the hour when everything changed, 11:59 p.m. With each chime of the clock, the spirits stir restlessly, reliving their last moments with desperation. The atmosphere grows increasingly oppressive as the friends try to understand what is happening around them. Javier attempts to rationalize it all. "It's just our imagination," he says while glancing around suspiciously. But Luisa senses something deeper. She perceives the sadness in the air and the anguish of those who have been left behind. At that crucial moment, they must decide whether to press on or surrender to despair that threatens to consume them. The clock continues ticking forward and every second counts. New Year's Eve is rapidly approaching, and with it comes the possibility of being trapped forever in this nightmare. The melancholic music intensifies and the flickering lights seem to come alive, guiding them into the unknown. As they delve into their investigation of the ghost town, they discover an old diary abandoned in one of the houses. The pages are yellowed and worn by time, but the words are clear. The night of last year was magical until everything turned dark. The diary recounts how the town's inhabitants celebrated each New Year's Eve with joy and hope until a series of unfortunate events led to unimaginable tragedy. A devastating fire engulfed the central square during the celebration, trapping everyone present in an eternal cycle of suffering. With each revelation about the town's past, the friends feel their own fears begin to manifest. Daniel recalls his childhood fears of the unknown. Sarah struggles with her personal insecurities as she feels compelled to help those lost spirits. Javier confronts his skepticism as he realizes that the supernatural may be more real than he thought. Luisa finds courage in facing her own inner demons. and Marco tries to lighten the mood with jokes, but even his humor falters under the weight of reality. As night deepens, they witness inexplicable phenomena. Dancing shadows amidst imaginary flames from that fateful fire and distant echoes of laughter mixed with heart-wrenching cries. The bond between them strengthens as they confront together manifestations of psychological terror looming over them. The story culminates in a heartbreaking climax where they must confront not only the spirits of the town, but also their own inner demons. Eventually, they arrive at the heart of town where they find a large extinguished bonfire surrounded by ethereal figures dressed in old-fashioned clothing. The spirits seem trapped between two worlds, one filled with light and joy before disaster struck and another steeped in eternal darkness and suffering. At that critical moment, Sarah feels a special connection with one spirit, a young woman named Eliza who was a victim of the fire years ago. Eliza tells them how all townspeople tried to escape but were caught between flames. "We are doomed to relive this night," Eliza says with a trembling voice as tears glisten in her empty eyes. "We need your help to break this cycle." The friends then understand that they must assist these spirits in finding peace before they can escape themselves. Together, they decide to recreate that original celebration in order to free those trapped souls. With renewed determination, they begin gathering elements to recreate that last party. Makeshift decorations made from dry branches and wilted flowers found nearby. Music using old instruments discovered in a nearby house. Even managing to light small lanterns simulating fireworks. As they work together to revive those lost happy moments frozen in time, they feel how energy within begins changing. When midnight finally arrives, everyone is ready for one last celebration before moving on from this haunting place. With each chime from clock resonating through their ears, friends raise their makeshift cups towards sky, invoking joyful memories, while Eliza watches from shadows with renewed hope. For new beginnings, Daniel shouts as everyone cheers together under starry sky filled with infinite possibilities. Just when clock strikes 12, final chimes echo deeply as if entire town breathes simultaneously. Then something extraordinary happens. Ethereal figures begin dissolving slowly into bright sparkles like shooting stars ascending into night sky, while their laughter fills air one last time before vanishing completely. The friends feel an overwhelming wave of relief and even joy as those spirits finally find peace after years trapped between two worlds. As they drive away from Cursed Place beneath clear sky filled with bright stars, looking back at how flickering lights finally extinguish, symbolizing definitive closure on dark yet necessary chapter. Upon reaching home, reflecting upon experiences lived that night, know they will never forget what happened, nor will they abandon friendship, forged through unimaginable adversities. If you enjoyed this story full of mystery and psychological terror, don't forget to leave your like, share your thoughts and comments. Your support is crucial for continuing creating tales like this. Subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any terrifying adventures. There are many more stories waiting to be told. Thank you for joining us on this journey.